I am super, super excited and grateful. I just finished my Reiki level 1 and level 2 training last weekend. It was just really beautiful, really powerful. And as I was reflecting on the training this week, I know that this is something that I'm going to continue to share in different ways, whether that is through Reiki in person, Reiki, distance healings, even sharing this on YouTube as a healing modality. But I tend to forget that just because I am super familiar with something and it's been kind of on my radar for a long time, or it's a modality that I've practiced, it's easy to forget that not everybody knows what these things are. So I just figured that shifting into maybe creating some videos on this channel, it would be really, really helpful first to just share what Reiki is all about. I'm gonna dive a little bit into what is Reiki, where did it come from, how is it used, what are the benefits, and yeah, let's just get into it. Reiki is a Japanese healing modality or healing technique that channels energy to promote relaxation, to promote healing, to lessen or reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and to overall just support the body in enhancing its own healing abilities. Super quick little history lesson. So Reiki, it was rediscovered in the earliest 20th century by a Japanese Buddhist named Mikao Usui. On his own 21-day meditation and spiritual retreat up on a mountain in Japan, completely isolated, he essentially experienced his own spiritual awakening. And this was the time that he downloaded the ability to work with Reiki energy. So after this spiritual awakening, after this prolonged period of meditation, he essentially dedicated his life to promoting and teaching these healing abilities in the Usui system of Reiki. So the word Reiki itself is actually a combination of two kanji, and kanji are Japanese ideograms, so it's almost like symbols that are used in the Japanese language. Rei is the upper character and ki is the lower character in this image of the kanji. So in this word, Reiki, Rei means universal. It is literally present everywhere. It is in all things. And some other words or phrases for the significance of Rei, it could be spiritual wisdom, it could be God's wisdom, it could be higher power, but this is the essence of what Rei means. Ki, the bottom kanji or character, means vital life force energy. So same as chi in Chinese, same as prana in Sanskrit. If you're familiar with pranayama, if you're someone who practices yoga or these various exercises, this is working with ki, it is working with prana, and it is moving the life force in the body when you're doing these pranayamic exercises. So really, ki is the life force that animates all living things. It is what keeps us alive. If your life force, if your ki is low or for some reason blocked or disrupted, this is going to be when we are more likely to experience illness or sickness or even stress. Whereas when that life force is high, when it is abundant and free flowing, that is when we are going to experience that kind of vital energy, and we're going to feel vibrant. We're going to get sick less easily and also feel just more calm, more balanced, and less stressed. So the Japanese think of ki as having various ways that it can be expressed. So the kind of two ones that we'll talk about the most in this video are genki, and this is essentially healthy life force energy, abundantly flowing life force energy, and byoki. And byoki is the unhealthy or blocked or restricted ki or life energy. And again, this byoki is what can actually lead us to having sickness or feeling stressed or just not really ourselves. There are others, there are different expressions of ki, but just for the sake of this video, those are the two that we'll really be talking about, so we'll stick with those for now. So at its core, when you really dial it down, Reiki is based on the belief, based on the concept that this life force energy is in all living things, and that this energy can be channeled to promote healing and balance in the mind, the body, and the spirit. So let's talk for a minute about how Reiki can be used and also touch a little bit on the concept of attunements in Reiki. So all healers who are working with energy are working with ki, with this life force or this universal life energy, right? However, not all healers are using Reiki. Reiki itself has to be passed on through an attunement from teacher to student. So from Reiki master to student who is learning Reiki. And the attunement process is actually what allows them to then channel the specific Reiki energy. During the attunement itself, the ray, and again, the ray is the universal wisdom, this kind of spiritual consciousness. So the ray itself is going into the student's body and making adjustments in their chakras, in their meridians and their energy field and the energetic pathways of the body, and essentially opening them up to receive the ability to channel this energy and to just be tuned in to Reiki energy in general. So once the attunement has been done, all that needs to happen, like it's so simple, but the only thing that needs to happen for the healer to work with, to channel this Reiki energy, is to place their hands either on or above themselves or a client or whoever it may be that they're working with, and to have the intention to channel this Reiki energy. And with that intention, the Reiki will begin to flow automatically. So again, the practitioner it could be hands-on or hands-off. So the practitioner has their hands above or actually placed on the person's body, and the energy is being channeled through. I don't know if you can see my hands. I might be putting them too low actually, but you get the idea, right? So the hands are on or above the body, and the energy is being and the energy is being channeled through. Something that I really love about Reiki is it doesn't have to actually be directed, right? So again, let's go back to this word ray. It is universal consciousness. It is divine wisdom. Honestly, its ability to understand where the healing needs to go is probably above our own understanding or conceptualization. So we can't really get it wrong. And this is why, again, it ties back to the fact that as a practitioner, we are a channel. We are not actually doing the healing. We are a vessel for the healing to flow through. So if I am working with someone and maybe I think that that energy needs to flow to a specific place, even if the energy is maybe better served somewhere else in that person's body, the Reiki knows. I mean, the energy knows. So it goes where it needs to be. And again, you just can't get it wrong, which I love so much. So I, as a practitioner, do not need to direct the energy. I certainly, can understand what this person is wanting to work with or feel maybe where the energetic blockages are in their body. But at the end of the day, the Reiki is doing the healing, and the Reiki has that higher consciousness, so the Reiki energy knows where to go. On the same note, you cannot do harm with this kind of energy. This is loving, compassionate, universal energy, and so it is not going to do harm to the person. It is never going to bring that person to a space that they are not ready to heal or something that they're not ready to look at. So it is a really, really beautifully peaceful and calm and gentle form of healing. And also there is no karmic exchange. Again, I am the channel, I am the bridge, and it's not me putting my energy into that person. So as a channel, I am not taking on any kind of karma from the recipient, the client, and vice versa. They're not going to be taking on any of my energy. So how does Reiki actually heal? And we've touched on it a little bit, right? This is a channeled form of life force energy, but let's get into the details. So ki, this life force energy, this is always flowing throughout our body. It's flowing through the energy centers, the chakras, the meridians, which are the pathways for energy. It's flowing, I can't talk, throwing. It's flowing through our organs, our tissues, just all of the different parts of the body, and also is extended out into our aura, which is like the energetic field around the body. So the thing about Ki, about this life energy, is it is responsive to thoughts and feelings. So when we accept or continue to think negative things about ourselves, negative thoughts, or really are just caught up in this kind of negative energy, or we've been thinking the same thoughts for so long that it kind of creates these subconscious thought loops, that is what creates these kind of disturbances or blockages in flow of the Ki, of the life force energy. It's what really causes things to kind of stagnate and get stuck. So the byoki, the unhealthy Ki that is caused from these situations, can kind of settle in the organs, in the tissues, in the pathways, and it's blocking the flow of that healthy energy. And this, again, we've talked about this before, but this is what actually causes us to be more prone to illness, to disease, and to stress. So in a Reiki session, the Rei, the universal wisdom, assesses in the person's body where the byoki is, where the unhealthy Ki is that is causing these blockages. So the Reiki, the energy goes in, it clears these blockages and allows the energy to again move freely and just move in a healthy and natural way, the way that it's meant to. The Reiki also works with the thought patterns. So going in and essentially allowing us to start to let go of these negative thought patterns, these subconscious beliefs that have caused the byoki in the first place. So in releasing these negative thought patterns and subconscious beliefs, again, we're able to kind of release that unhealthy energy and open up the flow of healthy energy again. And this can actually happen in a couple different ways. The first way this can happen is that the Reiki itself actually raises the vibration, the frequency of the body. And in doing so, the negative energy, the byoki, literally breaks apart and falls away because the vibration has been raised. The second way is that Reiki clears the energy pathways or the meridians of the body so that this Ki energy can flow freely. The third way is that the entire field of the blocking energy is essentially raised to a higher level of consciousness where it is transmuted and turned into light energy again, turned into and transmuted into healthy and free-flowing energy on all levels, on a spiritual level, on a physical level, on energetic levels, so that we can truly tap into who we are meant to be and feel as vibrant and healthy as we are meant to feel. So what are the benefits of Reiki? There are so many amazing benefits of Reiki. And again, I love this modality because it's so healing, but it's also so gentle. I think a lot of healing modalities nowadays can be intense. As someone who worked at an ayahuasca retreat, ayahuasca is so profoundly healing at times, and it can also be super, super challenging and intense. And Reiki is just so beautiful, so gentle, so healing, and I love that. So I do not pretend to be a master at remembering everything in the world. So I'm just going to read this to you guys, some of the amazing benefits of Reiki. So clearing blockages, promoting the body's natural healing abilities, emotional and spiritual well-being and spiritual connection in general, reduced anxiety and depression, relaxation and stress reduction, mental clarity, focus, and I also remember even just like improving your memory. So if you're someone who struggles with your memory, Reiki can really help for that. Pain management and also recovery time. So if you have had a surgery or if you've had an injury, Reiki can increase the recovery time for that. Improved sleep, help with insomnia, always good. Energy balancing, healing of trauma, more vitality, more joy. And another really cool thing about Reiki is that it improves the effectiveness of other healing modalities. So Reiki can be used alongside anything else that you're doing. And it actually is being used now, like in hospitals, in medical facilities, to enhance the treatment that is being used for patients in other ways. It can even help to reduce the side effects of medication, which is pretty cool. I had a friend, actually my amazing Reiki master, who led this training, and she was put on medication that the doctor said she would have to be on for life. And through the use of Reiki, she actually ended up being able to come off of this medication forever. So that was pretty amazing. It can also help to release the toxins from the body and just overall boost your energy and help you feel more vital and just more vibrant, more full of life. So why I love Reiki so much, I know we talked about this a little bit, but I adore the fact that it is just gentle and nourishing. Again, I think there's so many modalities out there nowadays that it's like a struggle to heal almost. Like you're really pushing yourself and going through, by the way, there's a time and place for all of this, right? But like you're going through it to heal. And I think that sometimes we need this more nourishing and just gentle and loving energy. So I really appreciate that about Reiki. Again, like it can do no harm, and it does not push us farther than we're meant to go. And it is literally love. Like that is what Reiki is. It is loving energy. And so, yeah, it's like being bathed in a warm hug. So it's pretty good. You can also use Reiki on yourself. So this doesn't have to be something that you plan on using for other people. It doesn't have to be a career or a business or anything like that. It could just be that you learn Reiki to be able to promote and channel this healing energy to yourself for self-healing, or for friends or family, or even pets, or even plants. So this healing energy can really be sent to anyone and anything that has life energy in it as well. So I think that's really beautiful. I know a lot of people who came to the training that I was at, and their intention was just to work with friends and family and loved ones and themselves. So yeah, it can really be used for anything. Also, in a Reiki session, when it is you working with another person, both people are healing. So the practitioner is healing as well. Again, you are a bridge, you are a channel for this healing energy. So it's not like it's flowing through you and just skipping over you and going to the person that you're healing, not you're healing, but that is being healed. You are healing as well. That energy is passing through you. So both people really benefit from a Reiki session. Reiki also gives energy rather than taking it away. So whereas some forms of healing can be really exhausting for the practitioner or for the person who is working with the recipient, it can be draining, it can be tiring. Reiki is life force energy. So as you are working with it, it is actually giving you energy, which is just so amazing. And Reiki also honors free will, right? This is a higher intelligence, a higher consciousness. So if I am intending to channel Reiki to someone and their higher self is not willing to receive it, then Reiki honors that free will. So that's really beautiful as well. And then I think finally, again, it's just like it is connecting us to a higher consciousness. So by using Reiki energy, by channeling Reiki to others or to ourselves, we are just tapping into that higher consciousness of love and of compassion. So it's a really, really powerful healing energy to work with. The last thing I will talk about is distance Reiki. So yes, absolutely, Reiki can be done with that person with you physically, or if you are just working with yourself. However, this is energy. It transcends space and time. So Reiki can also be sent as distance healing. You don't have to be there with that person. So whereas in a traditional Reiki session that is in person, the practitioner might be placing their hands above or physically on the person's body, in a distance Reiki session, the intention becomes the bridge. So the practitioner may use different techniques, visualization, meditation, whatever that might be for them, to tap into the energy of the person that they are sending the Reiki energy to. And the energy is then sent to that person with the intention of promoting healing, of promoting balance, and just bringing peace and relaxation to that person or persons or little animals or whatever it may be that that person is sending energy to. And this can be sent to the world. I mean, healing Reiki energy could be sent on a global scale. And there are people who will get together and do these kind of mass like Reiki healing sessions to send this energy out to the world when it is very much needed right now. So the concept of being able to send Reiki as distance healing is really, really powerful. For the recipient who is receiving this energy via distance, it is definitely a very unique experience, right? Like not actually being there in person with the practitioner. So some things that that person might experience if they are receiving the distance Reiki, they might notice shifts in their energy, they might feel more relaxed, they might actually feel physical sensations, like they might feel tingling or warmth or actually feel the energy on their body. So this is really a testament to the interconnectedness of all of us, the interconnectedness of energy. So that is everything we're going to talk about today about Reiki. I hope that this was informative. I hope that it helped you to understand a little bit more just what Reiki is all about and what it means, how it heals. I am really blessed. I feel very, very grateful that this form of healing is now a part of my life. I like Reiki myself to bed every night as I'm falling asleep, and I sleep like a baby. It's amazing. And my dreams have been really vibrant. So yeah, I can attest to the sleeping part being amazing with Reiki. But yeah, I'm super excited to share this more. I am excited to share Reiki on this channel. I would love to incorporate it with like the sound healing elements and some different things, but we'll see what comes of that. If you are someone who has done Reiki before, definitely leave a comment below this video. Let me know how your experience was. If you are not someone who's ever done Reiki, let me know if it is something that you are interested in, if you're looking forward to these videos. And as always, thank you all so very much for being here. I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of this community and this family, and I'm sending you so much love. I've actually had, the Reiki energy just flowing throughout this video. So I hope you felt it. I hope you felt the love. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.